Hi guys, today's video focuses on the most recent Google Doodle that they have put up, and I just want to quickly get into it. So basically this is the Google Doodle upside down. I want to show you this way first. So on one side they're giving you images when you flip it upside down, and on the other side they've given you images the right way round. So on this side I'm just going to circle a couple of things. So the first thing that I noticed was, let me do that again, that came out kind of wrong. Start off here. So the first thing I noticed still kind of went wrong. But within this square, what you'll notice here is there's a bird that they've drawn with just these lines here. Now this sort of bird-like drawing is very common to depict the phoenix. And when I was having a look at the images of the phoenix bird, I was noticing obviously it's got the same kind of tail-like structure, that same kind of wispy featheriness to it. I also noticed that Phoneix is obviously anagram of iPhone X. So any of you who've got that phone, probably best to be cautious of it, particularly with the technology that it includes. That's a side note. So that was one thing I noticed. And just here behind the upside down E, there's a shark. So you can see the end of its tail here and its body. The fin would be going up here. That could even be part of the E here actually. The front of the shark is here, and you've got the fin coming out here. So you can see there's a shark just hidden just in this section here, in this square. Can't seem to get it properly. Let me use this one actually. That might be better. So yeah, let's try that again. Yeah, that's better. So just in this square here, you can see that there's a shark. So we've got a phoenix and a shark. Up here again, we have another shark just here. So you can see this is the tail end, this is the front end, the fins, the dorsal fin. You can see it just there. Obviously, the sharks, I believe, are representations of submarines. So it seems to be still continuing with that same kind of subliminal messaging. The other lines, the wispy blue lines that seem to come up onto this patch of what I'm thinking is land. So that to me is suggesting tsunami. So you've got the sharks, which represent submarines, moving towards land, and you've got the lines of these wispy blue lines that create the tsunami wave going up onto land. So that's kind of what I'm thinking there. And then you've got the phoenix behind, which is, you know, a representation of rising up out of the ashes. So after destruction, something new comes, and that's obviously a connection to the New World Order. So that's one way round. When we look at it the right way round, on this side now, you can see again they've got a shark here. This time it looks like it's kind of leaping, similar to the shark on the chalkboard in the iPad Go 2 video, kind of leaping out of the water. So this will be the front end fin, dorsal fin. The tail end would be down here. The other thing that they seem to depict in this Google Doodle is nuclear bombs. So these flowers that you see here, they are representations of nuclear bombs. Now I don't think there's 6 of them. I think their focus is on 2, and I've looked at these 2 because they're 2 different colors, and what I'm thinking is this one is a nuclear bomb that impacts the ocean. You can see if this is a nuclear bomb, I brought up an image on Google just to kind of show you what I'm talking about. So that kind of, you know, bigger front and then the tail end coming out like that. In cartoon images, they have a kind of white and red theming to it. So I'm kind of, in my mind, thinking of it that way, kind of red tail, white bomb, usually some sort of nuclear marking on it. That would be the bomb going into the ocean. These wispy lines coming up here would obviously be the impact of that bomb going in. And as we've seen upside down, that result would be a tsunami, and there would be sharks and, well, submarines following after that. And that's a common thread that we've been talking about for the last year and a half, 2 years coming up. The other thing that the bomb seems to depict, this blue one here, is an underwater one, which again is something that we've talked about. So they've given you one for above and one for below. The one above could be connected to an EMP, as we've talked about before, or it could be connected with setting off a particular volcano, maybe Kilauea, maybe another one. And the underwater one would be kind of a tsunami generating, earthquake generating explosion. The other thing they've got on this side is just here in the bigger image. So as well as the lines kind of making up the impact of the nuclear bomb into the ocean, the lines also make up what I'm seeing as antlers. So if you look here, I'll just try and bring your attention to it. This dot here, this, if you focus on that, that's the eye. So if you follow this line down here, this would be the front of what I'm thinking is a moose or a reindeer. Now I'm thinking more reindeer because moose generally have like flatter, wider antlers. So if this is a reindeer, and that's just my interpretation, you've got the eye here, you've got the kind of face that leads down to the broad nose, and it's kind of like cut off halfway, so you've only got the top half of the head. This would be where the moose's nose would be, the rest of it would be drawn below. Back here, you've got where the ear would be coming in. So if you look at the whole image, looks like you've got what could be antlers, an eye, a nose coming down, the nostril just there, the ear just here. So possibly a reindeer, and obviously reindeers are very synonymous with Christmas time, which is around December 25th. So something to think about. The other thing I wanted to point out, I think the last thing from this, aside from the sharks representing submarines, the flowers representing nuclear bombs, the lines representing impact of nuclear bomb into the ocean, as well as a possible reindeer and a phoenix in here as well. I think that the dots may represent some sort of number system, maybe connected with a date. I'm just going to flip it back upside down because that's the way I saw it. 3112, that would be 3112, possibly the 31st of December. A date we looked at last year because we had obviously the fireworks and the iPad Goat video drawing us towards either November 5th for fireworks night or December 31st / the 1st of January for New Year's. Obviously, when there's a lot of fireworks going off, we had the interpretation for the apple representing the ball drop in terms of the New York ball drop there. A lot of different translations were connected to New Year as well. So it is the last possible day in 2018. From there, we move on to 2019. So if anything is going to happen in 2018 and nothing happens between now and December the 30th, then we've got the last day, which is December the 31st, where there may be some connections. Obviously, we made connections before, nothing happened. Again, we interpreted after that the video was referencing the Wuju year of the dog, which is 2018. It goes into 2019, into February, where the year of the pig begins. But there's also references to the number 18, not just from the iPad Go video, but from the Economist magazine as well. So we're looking for at least the start of things to happen in 2018. Obviously, we've seen a lot of different things happening politically, environmentally, just in general. A lot of things that we've been talking about have made small steps towards it. It looked like it was going to happen, then it stopped and, kind of backtracked a little bit. But all of the scenarios, as I've said, are there waiting like a domino game. Everything's set up, ready to fall. You guys always be cautious and aware, keep prayerful. Don't try not to be, misled and used. You know what I'm talking about. I've referenced it in previous videos. So with all that said, you guys, keep your eyes open always. But just from this Google Doodle, just want to give you guys a warning for New Year, December 31st. Keep an eye out for anything happening. As I said, we've got a lot of different situations that could lead to the events that we've talked about over the last 2 years. Have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and may the Heavenly Father bless you.